Well, so first of all, I want to say welcome everyone. Welcome for taking your space and coming here live. It is an honor to have you here in this Sisterhood of the Rose. For the ones that doesn't know me yet, my name is Sandra. I am the founder of Awoken Woman Wisdom School. And we are doing a co-creation with Munay, with Malvina. Maybe you want to introduce yourself, Malvina.
Hey everyone, so good to see your beautiful faces. I'm Malvina, and I'm also the creatress behind Munay. And I feel very blessed to be here with you, Sandra, and looking forward to this circle.
Okay. So first thing to know, it will be really nice if you can tap into the chat where you are connecting from, so we can know which areas on the world are connecting with this Sisterhood of the Rose. We would love to know where you're coming from. So please take your time and you can say hi and wherever you are coming from. So we have Ubud, Bali, Germany, Sweden, Norway, Berlin, Montenegro. Amazing, amazing. Well, so we are gonna start first a little introduction of who we are and the reason why we are doing this, and then we'll go into the opening of the circle and then talking a little bit of what is the Sisterhood of the Rose and how these mystery teachings are being rising into our consciousness and what is the importance of these teachings. And we'll finish with profound activation for today. Okay, so first of all, I want to introduce myself. I am Sandra Raso. I was birthed in the Pyrenees Mountains of Spain. My personal journey took me into rediscovering myself as a high priestess of the Magdalene path and a priestess of the Rose. It was a path of healing the memories and the wounds and the trauma that an entire civil war made in my personal lineage. So I was really called to study epigenetics, quantum physics, feminine shamanic practices for over 18 years. And this process of healing did open after, when the density was being alchemized and transmuted, it did open into more space and wisdom to rise through my own personal channel. And that was connecting me specifically with Mary Magdalene, that I was aware later on in my journey, and then the path of the Rose and the divine feminine awakening. And for me, it's a true honor and a personal path of devotion and passion to share these teachings. And that was the beginning and the seed of the creation of Awoken Woman Mystery School after. And then I met Malvina during my path, and she's also a beautiful medicine woman. We are both walking the medicine woman path and also the priestess path. So we are waving these teachings together. And one thing that was really clear for me, even working with in the moon dance of Mexico and with women's circles, is that when one or two people are gathered, the light of the consciousness is there, so that's why we open these circles, to open the memories that has been placed upon our cellular memory for many lifetimes. And there is memories that can awaken through creating sacred circles about these teachings. So there is a moment where Malvina, who created a conscious jewelry brand, and me with Awoken Woman, we wanted to co-create together and to wave more magic together. And then this is the result of it. So this is the second call we are doing together. And maybe Malvina, you want to talk a little bit about how you ended up in the rose path.
Yeah. So yes, I am also like Sandra, very similar path, but been introduced to it in a different way. So we all have our unique paths and our unique calling. And for me, it started very early, where I was seeking something beyond this masculine reality. I was always been drawn to the feminine ways, and I think it's because I kept a lot of innocence from my childhood, and I had a very beautiful childhood where my memories there was already initiating me. So when I was, finishing school, I was so curious about everything that was mystical, everything that wasn't really around me. So I was a seeker. And because of certain experiences that I had as young, and we all have certain mystical experiences when we are young, even if we can't remember, I think there is that innocence that always is there and guides us. And I feel like that's the inheritance that we have as human beings. And I started my journey off in India, studying yoga, and went into yoga for several years. And I dived into the path of what I call embodiment. And I had a lot of experiences during that time, but was mostly, you meet yoga teachers that are men. And it wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but I had a certain awakening to the feminine path in myself, and I also was curious. And later on, I discovered the shamanic path, and I would say the feminine shamanic path, and I opened myself up to a lot of new experiences that enriched my reality, enriched the person that I am today, and inspired me, and keeps on inspiring me to be the creative force that I am today. And I have this, love for women and for the feminine path. And so I discovered many things along the way, many teachers that came to me, and also went into the moon dance, where you get to see the power of women being gathered together, putting prayers down, and putting their intentions down. And it's just such a powerful, for me, is one of the most powerful things in the world, is when women come together and sing and dance and celebrate themselves and each other. And so, yeah, the rose lineage is also something that has been there since centuries, and I always been fascinated and curious to this. Yeah, it's a mystical lineage that exists, and that is available to us still today. And when I met Sandra, I was like, wow, there is a library. She's really a library of this knowledge and wisdom that she gathers throughout the years. And yeah, and it's also something that I'm very passionate about. So yeah, there's a little bit about me. And lately I've been into beauty, jewelry, clothings, just honoring that feminine energy through seeing the body as an altar, and just creating beauty for us to adore ourselves in. So that's been an inspiration that comes from all my journey until this moment. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Thank you, Malvina. So as we see, there is different paths, but I want to say something. If you are in this call, wherever you are initiating yourself, or you are curious about the Sisterhood of the Rose, or you are in a conscious way walking the Sisterhood of the Rose or the Priestess of the Rose, there is a soul calling. So if you are here, it's because there is a soul calling and memories that you have been gathering in other lives that are being awakened for you to embrace them and bring them into your life, into your families, into your service. Okay, so if you are here, it's because you belong. And we are going to be diving a bit deeper into this Sisterhood of the Rose. So before we start, we are going to open a space. If you don't have a candle, if you have a candle, I invite you to lit the candle if it's not already lit. And if you don't have a candle, I'm gonna invite you to visualize a candle, okay? So we can like create this like etheric circle to enter into this space, okay? We are going to start putting ourselves comfortable, make sure that no one is going to disturb you. So we are gonna open the circle. And I am inviting you to close your eyes, to place your feet on the ground, to inhale deep into your womb and exhale. Fill your lungs and your womb with life force and exhale through the mouth, relaxing into this now moment. Feeling the weight of your body in the couch, in the bed, wherever you are sitting on. And allowing yourself to ground into the earth, visualizing some roots going into the earth, asking for permission to the spirits of the land where you are, to ground into the crystalline grid of the earth, visualizing with the power of your inner eye, your inner imagination, how some roots go deep down into the earth. And through the exhale, visualizing these roots, grounding deeper and deeper and connecting with the crystalline grid, the Aquarian grid, the new frequency of the earth, visualizing your roots, connecting with this grid and inhaling from the grid, from your roots into your body, filling yourself with white light, exhaling and visualizing a red laser beam shooting up from the center of the earth all the way to your womb, visualizing a red thread from the heart of the mother into your womb, inhaling this red cord, this red thread from the earth into your womb. Through your inhale, through your visualization, and exhale anything that could be resisting or limiting you into receiving the transmission for today out of this field. Thank you. Visualizing this red thread connecting the heart of the earth with your womb and connecting your womb with your heart, inhaling from your womb into your heart and visualizing a red rose in the center of your heart, opening petal by petal. Allowing these petals to open you into grace, into this present moment. Thank you. And we are gonna call also and visualize the planets, the stars, the galactic center sun above your crown, and inhaling this solar golden energy into your heart, all the wisdom of the cosmos into your heart, visualizing this energy grounding down into your body, inhaling one, and visualizing this golden pillar from the cosmos, from the galactic center sun into your soul star, and visualizing your soul star dropping this nectar into your body, into your heart, calling upon your higher self to land in the throne of your I am presence inside your body through your breath. Inhaling and exhaling, inviting your higher self presence to be in this present moment. Thank you. And visualizing one sister in your left, one sister in your right. Visualizing a circle of sisters with a candle lit from many places in the planet, in the earth, connecting with this call, this prayer of the Sisterhood of the Rose, and visualizing yourself in a women's circle through your inner eye. Maybe you can see, you can know, you can recognize some sisters in this circle. And from this space, we are calling upon the seraphim angels, the dragon nations to fly through this prayer, above this prayer, calling upon angels and archangels from the seventh plane to clear this space, to make this space of the highest frequency. Thank you. And we can also visualize in the center of this circle a golden rose opening petal by petal. Inhaling and exhaling and visualizing the high frequency of a golden rose in the center of this circle, opening petal by petal. As we also visualize the sisterhood of the rose around you. Maybe you can know, you can sense, you can imagine, you can visualize, you can sense they are there. Members of the sisterhood of the rose around this circle. Maybe you can see Mary Magdalene, Isis. Maybe you can see Yeshua, Buddha, Guadalupe Tonantzin, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, or many others around you. Holding this prayer, holding this seed. And in the center of this golden rose, you can visualize Isis coming up through these petals. And visualizing how Isis is holding an ankh in her hand, clearing this space in all times, all spaces, and all dimensions from any lower frequency, negative ET implant or reptilian entity out of this space. Thank you. Inhaling and exhaling and visualizing this golden code opening, opening, opening as you allow yourself to enter into this golden rose, being touched by her petals. And maybe you can also see, know and sense a red silk, and Mary Magdalene is planting a crystal in the center of this prayer, and she's making a circle around us with this crystal, grounding this prayer into the earth and planting this crystal in the center of this prayer with the remembrance of the wisdom and the codes of the rose. Thank you. Now also Mary Magdalene is passing through salvia with Palo Santo and copal and roses. And she's smudging each one of us, clearing our mind, our energy fields, visualizing how this smoke is clearing the space inside the circle. Thank you. And now you can also visualize Mother Mary with a bowl of water and a white rose, blessing your crown chakra, blessing your body with crystalline water so you can receive the holy waters. Thank you. And then now you can see, you can know and sense how Mary Magdalene is lighting a flame and a fire, the Magdalene flame of remembrance in the center of this prayer. So the four elements are being invoked in this center of this prayer. Thank you. Inhaling and exhaling, sensing the frequency and the space that is cleared to fully receive the teachings, visualizing a golden pyramid above our circle, connecting us with the cycle of Venus, with these galactic teachings and galactic flower of 5 petals, bringing and grounding down the teaching of the goddess. Thank you. And from this space, you can inhale into your body, inhale life. Fill yourself with life, hold, and exhale anything that doesn't serve you out of this space. Landing yourself in this space and opening your eyes. Inhaling and exhaling. Welcoming all of you into this space. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So here, today we are going to be doing an introduction to the Sisterhood of the Rose. The Rose Mysteries is an infinite school of teachings, but whether if you are new or you already are walking the Rose path, I'm just saying that when we hear the word rose or Sisterhood of the Rose, normally there could be this sense of our heart opening or a pull into it, and this is our soul calling us into leaning into these teachings, okay, and how these teachings are being remembered for many of us. And I want to share something that is really important for us to understand, that is the teachings of the Sisterhood of the Rose started in the land of Lemuria. And then after Lemuria, they were more grounded and consolidating in Atlantis, okay? Many of us have lives that come from Lemuria, and we were priestesses in Lemuria or in Atlantis, and we're having our teachings. And then with the dawn of Lemuria, it moved to Atlantis. With the dawn of Atlantis, these teachings resurrected through different parts of the planet, like Egypt, with the priestesses of Isis or Hathor, or Sumeria with the priestesses of the goddess Inanna. And also, it is important to see this in Greece with the beekeepers, the bee goddess, also in Rome, and later on with the Templars and the Cathars and Mary Magdalene through Europe, all the way to Avalon from the Pyrenees and the south of France. So the teachings of the Rose, what I want to go really deep into is they are teachings that are far beyond one land, okay? They are not teachings that belong only to one land. They are teachings that belong to all the continents in different times, in different eras. And these teachings were being remembered and they were being kept by the priestesses. And there was a lot of wisdom and technology that was being birthed and that was being remembered through the use of crystals, through the understanding of numerology, through the understanding of sacred geometry, jewelry, priestess clothing, gathering in sisterhood, through the process of singing, dancing, creating art. So these are really feminine arts, and through the arts of teaching through storytelling, So these teachings brings forward a path of purification and rewiring our energetical system, so the divine feminine and the divine masculine can unite inside of us, so we can bring forth our authentic nature, okay? The priestesses of the Rose is not someone that is telling you something and you learn from those and then you are following. The priestesses of the Rose is a path of unity, okay, where we all hold a different code and where we all have our own place, So when you gather your place, then you're allowing everyone around you to gather their own place as well, Okay, normally when the priestesses of the rose through all these times of Lemuria and Atlantis were remembered, there wasn't signs of war, there wasn't signs of like aggression. It was like there was a place of harmony, you know. This place, there was also teachings for many priestesses, uh, because also when they, this is not about feminism, this is not about like women being in a higher position than men, because when that happened in those times, those societies also crumbled down. Okay, so these teachings are about like bringing forth the divine feminine inside men and inside women. This is not about the gender, this is about like allowing ourselves to let go of our identities, to surrender a bit more, and to trust the grace that is rising through us and is guiding our lives. So this is why these teachings are being remembered right now. Maybe we are hearing a lot of like people saying, okay, this is a trend. Everyone is doing this is a trend. No, this is not the trend. This is being opened to stay. And we can jump into the boat of understanding, or we can ignore it and understand it later. But this is not a trend that is coming through now and then it will pass and we'll move to another trend. This is a teaching of harmony, you know, and it goes even beyond the rose. The rose is a path of learning how to heal the feminine aspects of ourselves. And when a feminine is healed, then is when we give the masculine a space as well, because a healed feminine, it gives a space for the masculine and for the feminine, because the feminine is always the initiator, the initiatrix. Okay, so this is not about like women are better than men or feminine is better than masculine. The rose teachings are bringing forth the importance of the balance between masculine and between feminine. Okay, so these teachings has been remembered in many times, in many eras where we probably already knew each other and we were already gathering in these teachings. But in this time on earth, it is said, and this is one of the prophecies that also comes from the rose teachings, that when we go into a deep darkness, because the teachings of the rose, they knew that humanity will start going into a time of darkness, into a time of forgiving the feminine, into a time where the feminine will be uh, put aside. We knew this, okay? We knew this, and even if it looks like that it should have happened in another way, this was also a contract that we had to forget so we can remember. And this is when we come into the teachings of Inanna as well, that the soul lands into the body and she starts closing all her 7 gates. So she goes in a state of amnesia. She doesn't remember who she is. And then in the process of amnesia, we go into this world. And in this world, we start facing different things like bankrupt, crisis, trauma, over masculinizing ourselves, burnt out. So when we go out of balance into an unhealthy masculine, it's like, okay, life is stopping us to say something. Life is talking to us. And most of us, we go into the process of like diving into what is this divine feminine. And this divine feminine starts by healing the wound with the sisterhood and the wound with the mother. Okay, and this is where the teachings of the rose plays a really big role, and specifically Mary Magdalene, which is, we are hearing a lot of like Mary Magdalene, and she is one of the leaders that is like heading this path forward of bringing her teachings down so we can remember, and we can all remember the divine sun and light, and the divine union of the soul inside the body that we are and we have, so we can stand like towers of light and bring forth this new earth. Okay, so this is not one woman, this is many of women, and like patriarchy is like crushing down in an external way, but also in an internal way. Okay, so we are like closing this Piscean era and we are entering this Aquarian era. And the Sisterhood of the Rose is inviting all of us to let go. Okay, in the moment that we want to grab into something, like into this identity or into this archetype or into this partner that is not working anymore, but let's make it work. Even if it doesn't mean that you shouldn't make things work. It means like this path is allowing us to surrender, to let go, to trust. And in this path of trusting and letting go is when this divine feminine is allowing us to flow, to let go, and to trust, and to see that there is like an intelligence that is already living through our bodies, and that it requires a path of healing first. There is no way, and I see this a lot, and I want to call this out like many people wanting to go into the priestess or of the rose without doing the healing first. And it's like, this is the patriarchy in a dress. This is not the energetic of the rose. You know, the healing path is the first. We need to heal hug our shadows, our humanness, our traumas, our own stories. When you hug your stories, your shadows, your traumas, and all of that into love, into loving yourself fully, then is when the energy of this solar energy can land into your body, and then your body and your own existence becomes a transmission. This is the pillar of light. You know, it's not about what we say or even like how we dress. It's about how you live, how you take care of yourself. Are you making your life a ceremony? The way you take care of yourself, the way you cook your food, the way you treat the people in your business, that will you relate with a sacred partner, with a sacred sister, with another woman, with your neighbor. It is not in the mat, it is in the world. You know, we can use practices to connect, but it is in the world. And that's the path of the Sisterhood of the Rose, and something that I wanted to bring forth, the importance of loving the process, because the destination will always take us, like we are coming from a world where it's like, okay, this is our goal, that's our destination, but it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And when you starting to see the enjoying the journey as a destination, our own frequency completely shift, because it's a path of radical self-love. It's a path where the principles of the feminine are being valued again. And as again, this is not a trend. This is something that is being opened to stay, because we are in the time where it's been programmed to open to stay. And this is like what I want to give a little bit of credit also, like Venus is like, Venus is a planet that it has an 8-year cycle, and that creates a 5-petal flower that creates a codex that, even if it's external, is in our DNA. It's being codified to awaken us from within, you know, the descent into the amnesia and the ascent into your sovereign self. Okay, this can take lives. This is not like something we need to rush to get anywhere. This can take lives. This can take like minutes or seconds, depending like where is that we are. But it is a path of grace, and it's a path of valuing the process. And again, like, we are coming from a world where we are valuing, okay, we are valuing when we buy a house, when we buy a car, when we get new shoes, or we go into a restaurant. But what about valuing a piece of art, a dance, a song, the beauty path, and also valuing like all your talents and gifts, you know, because there is something that I also want to bring forward, especially when women are starting to believe in themselves, that is like, okay, like this is my work right here, and then my talents I give them for free right here, but I live, there is a fragment. This is a path of unity where your talents are the service and they have a value. So this is a time of unification also of our soul businesses with our soul purposes and our passions, you know? And this is where we are heading forward. And this is also changing the new economy, and it's changing the way we see the financial system. So there is this internal and external architecture that is shifting, and it remains to stay. And my invitation with these prayers is that we can also heal the sisterhood wound, and that we can also start trusting in each other, and that there is a place for each one of us, and that all those like ideas that we used to have of like competence and being against each other, those are all programmings that are also falling apart, because you are unique in your own story, you are unique in your own talents, you are unique in your own grace, and you have not competence in being you. So it's like you are you, and you being you, and you embracing you is the path of the rose, with your thorns and your petals. And of course, to get to the petals, we need to put thorns in our lives and boundaries and start in a path of like self-love and healing. But then you end up in a moment where you feel yourself fulfilled with your own dharma, with your own passions, with your own excitement, and you keep doing more of your excitement, so the quantum field keeps opening for you, and then you become a path of light. And then like that creates a magnetic power into your life also. And there is softness, and there is joy, and then all these beautiful like ways of feminine path is opening, like the grace, like the valuing yourself just for the fact of existing, and through your existence, you're blooming at your own timing. So that's a little introduction of the Sisterhood of the Rose, just to know that this is something that it has been learned for many, 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 many thousands of years in many eras and traditions, and that it also connects us with the goddess temples and with the fact of we are the earth and we are the heavens, and uniting those two. And this one also opens all communication with not just physical tangible realms, but also knowing that we also have galactic families that are here to support us. And there is also angelical forms and angelical beings that are here to support this process of awakening. So, like closing down a little bit this, it will be more about the sisterhood of the rose and also brotherhood of the rose. Like the it's like contract, soul contract that has been created for the moments where the earth will forget the wisdom of the feminine. There will be souls that will be incarnated through certain lineages and will start healing their own lines to anchor the light, and that time is this time. That time is now. And we are those vessels. Otherwise, we won't be here today in this call. So this is just a reminder that we are a part of this transition, and that prophecy that many cultures talks about is not something that will arrive in the future. It's something that is already here. We are the prophecy. We are the beacons of light. And I am just like a messenger in this moment. So we my one of my talents is, and my gifts is not just like channeling these things that pours like through my mouth. It's like I am a communicator too, you know? So it's like this comes through, but I'm putting it out there because it's not a message for me, it's for all of us to know that the time, the linear time is, the time is not linear anymore. So we don't need to wait for a future or for a savior. It's like we are the ones we are waiting for, you know? And these teachings also allows us to root into sisterhood, because there is something really important rooting into sisterhood and rooting is into priestesshood, which is, it's also part of those prophecies that they said, if you want to conquer a country, then pull the women apart, because we are the keepers of the wisdom on the communities too, you know, and we were pulled apart. But now this is a call to, okay, let's come back to the circle. Let's come back to the circle and let's allow these things to land, because through the circle, many frequencies can land so we can receive. Okay. So that's an introduction from my own perspective. And I would love to know and to invite Malvina into the space so you can share about the Sisterhood of the Rose as well.
Thank you, Sandra. Wow, that was a very powerful and beautiful transmission. I've never heard it being, shared and explained in this way, and it really resonates with me. I'm sure it resonates with all of you as well. When the truth is spoken, it is something that we just know deep within ourselves. Like, we are all seekers of the truth, and we all have this calling to unveil and reveal, what we are longing for, what is an inner calling that is a deep wisdom that lies within each and every one of us. And I definitely see the Sisterhood of a Rose as a lineage that has been there, that has been established here on earth for the feminine to rise and rise together. It is a constellation. It is something that it can only happen when women come together. That's when it gets activated. And we can all feel it when sisters come together and we open ourselves, simply deciding with an intention to open ourselves towards these teachings. They are available to us. So there is something here that exists, and it is the truth. It is simple like that. For me, it has always been like that. And this is the beauty with the femininity, is that we can empty ourselves. We can become these incredible mysteries to ourselves. Sometimes, like Sandra was saying, sometimes we forget who we are and why we came here, and what we are made out of. And that's the beauty of being reminded, in circles like this, with this kind of teachings, is being reminded of what you already know, that already exists within you. And so there's so much to be said about these teachings and how they choose to reveal itself to us. And for me personally, it's been a journey of discovery, and the discovery has always happened quite organically by trusting and opening myself, constantly surrendering to what it is that I'm feeling, and being very radically honest with my thorns when they come up, because the path of the rose, and this is a very beautiful symbol that I've been reflecting on a lot, that sometimes the path is full of thorns until you come to that space where you blossom into the realization of who you are. And then the compassion comes, the grace comes, the softness comes, because there is this incredible vulnerability of being a woman in this world, in this time. And I think that we need a lot of courage and on this path. And this is also when you look back at history and you look back how much courage women have had throughout times, you know, we don't really know what has happened in history, because a lot of the things are not written down, but it is in our cellular memory. And there is a force that keeps on operating through us throughout times in women. And we have this force inside of us. And once we tap into that, there's infinite amount of courage, you know, that is needed for every situation. So we need to really reclaim ourselves in this way. We need to empower ourselves. We need to reset all the time the way that we navigate through life with our intention. So it's very powerful to be reminded when you tap into this, you know, different kinds of archetypes of women that has walked the path before us, knowing and showing an example of like, if I can do it, you can do it. You know, if you can do it, everyone can do it. So there is already, you know, what I feel is that this path and this lineage has already shown us that everything is possible, that the way is already paved, and we just need to look in the right direction. Because sometimes you get lost looking at the external and believing things that are not here, but it is being, you know, somehow we're being exposed to a lot of information that we don't even know if it's true or not. So the only thing that I feel is the things that are in front of us, the things that have come to us in this present moment. Like Sandra was saying, it is our lives that is the only truth, and the only reflection that we can, that real reflection that we can have. So it is all about like meeting every situation that is in front of you with that strength and with that courage and with that trust, and you know, allowing yourself also to embrace what feels challenging and what feels difficult, because that's what makes you grow. That's your thorns that will, you know, continue to make you grow into the path of the full blossoming and realization of who you are. And it's always leading you there, you know. It's a straight, you know, sometimes we feel like we're going off the track or off the path, but we're always on it. There's like, we're always on it. Sometimes, you know, we are being slowed down, you know, because we hold ourselves back. But I think it's very straightforward, and this is also the rose has taught me that even if I don't believe in it, it is there. And even if I sometimes resist it, it will keep on persisting until I let go, no matter what. And you know, the more resistance that we have, the deeper the thorn kind of sticks in there, to really make sure that we feel it in the right spot, you know. And sometimes we sit with it for a long time. You know, I had moments in my life where I feel like, wow, this is very profound, and it keeps on going deeper and deeper and deeper. And then there comes a moment where I finally let go, and I finally surrender, and I finally embrace what it is that I'm actually feeling. And wow, there is so much revelation, there is so much liberation. And sometimes I say, like, the bigger the resistance is, wow, the bigger the breakthrough, you know. So for me, the teachings of the feminine it's a path also of like, once we learn to go and challenge ourselves willingly, sometimes we're like, okay, I'm really gonna get out of my comfort zone right now. Like, I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone and challenge myself and go towards what I'm resisting, because I know that this is where actually the treasures are, you know. This is where I will grow the most. And sometimes this is the grace that the feminine and the rose lineage gives you, is that when you go towards it willingly, you know, and this is a kind of a surrendering. Like, I know that this might gonna be painful, but I'm gonna embrace the pain, you know, I am gonna look it in the eyes, and I'm gonna, you know, meet it with all the love, with an open heart, and see what happens. And a lot of the times this is, it's incredible, the magic that happens when we do that, when we open our hearts towards something that we are scared of. For example, like even divine love, you know, even love with a partner, with a man, can be very, very challenging and scary. Love is, whew, you know, it's one of the most profound, divine union is one of the most profound journeys we can make, because it's a reflection. It's the clearest mirror you can look into, is the one that you share with your partner. Because he will reflect back to you also all the parts where you don't love, and where you judge, and where you don't allow yourself to feel. And of course, the co-creation of making a baby together is one of the most powerful thing, the Holy Trinity, you know, that I think Sandra was tapping into as well. I've been reflecting on that as I am carrying a child right now. I've been reflecting on the Holy Trinity a lot, of like, wow, this is one of the most sacred teachings that comes from spirit, from the divine, from what we are made here to come to the earth to be, and to carry life and be responsible for this life, because they are going to be, you know, you are one with this child, and this child is one with you. So it's this sharing of unity, of coming together, of becoming one, which is, it's so profound, and it's all about reflection. So for me, the rose is it's just showing me also that that compassion. For me, if I would say one word for the rose lineage, is compassion. It's that of understanding and accepting everything, including being very compassionate and understanding towards yourself, you know, because we all carry, like Sandra was saying, we all carry these traumas, we all carry this, I would say, a piece of the darkness that it comes with the part of being human, you know. So there is a lot of, we need to have a lot of compassion towards ourselves. We need to be very soft and loving, and yeah, and is in the seriousness, in the hardness, that we don't allow ourselves to become, you know, whole. It's where we separate ourselves from the wholeness of who we are, because we are whole. And of course there is distortions always that kind of plays out, because this is part, like I said, is, I feel like it's a part of being human, where we need to just be in constant I would say, like, practice. It's like you will make mistakes, you will always continue to make mistakes, and that's the beauty of that, is like, but we can repair them. Like Sandra was saying, we can heal them, we can mend it back together. We can say, I'm truly sorry, you know, I am so sorry. And this is a part of that, what I feel like the teachings of the feminine also is that we need to forgive. We need to forgive the most hardest, unforgivable things sometimes, because everyone has the feminine is the way that I feel that we give everything an opportunity to change and to find its original blueprint, because we know that this why this I would say, like, mistakes happen is because we were disconnected, okay? Which is a normal thing. Sometimes we're so connected, sometimes we're disconnected. And this is the beauty, you know, I see the beauty of the feminine as well, is that, like, we have that. We have, once we are, you know, on the path and we are really tapped into our own truth, and we establish this more and more through our daily practice, which is like something you have to come back to over and over again. We can feel when we're going away from ourselves more and more. So I think that being strengthened and being in alignment and learning what that alignment is, learning what that feels like, you know, to be connected to your wholeness, to be connected to who you truly are, to feel the blossoming of your being. I think that it makes it not, I would say, like easier, but in a way, yes, you know, it makes it more graceful. And it also makes you be able to understand others, you know. And this is the wisdom I feel, for me, it's my everyday practice, is that it's always like, okay, I disconnected, now I'm coming back, and I disconnected, now I'm coming back, and I'm learning that in this coming back, I can easily forgive myself, and I can easily embrace myself, even the parts of me that I'm like, whoa, this one is very difficult to love, you know. But when it boils down to it, you know, I feel like it always comes down to that, to how much our capacity of loving ourselves, you know. And yeah, so for me, the teachings it's quite simple, and it's something that can be applied every day, and also it's deeply fascinating, you know, the power that lives behind this force of nature that is embedded in us. You know, how by seeking it, by asking it to reveal itself, by looking for inspiration, this is where we can, you know, tap into that which is within us, which is these teachings that are there available to us. And we can look for reflections, like, you know, when I hear Sandra speak, it's like, yeah, it resonates so deeply within me, and it awakens own my own power and my own connection to the feminine. So I just want to, yeah, I just want to thank you all for allowing me to share, because yeah, it's really beautiful. And I feel like whenever I speak about these things, it nourishes me in such a deep way. And you know, I think that we need to learn also, one of the most important things that I'm learning right now is how to slow down and, you know, appreciate the moment of what is, without needing to be anything more than what I am right now. And, you know, accepting exactly myself as the way that I am, and in my full blossoming right now. I'm definitely going through a lot of transformation and change with this pregnancy. And yeah, I've come down to that too, that the rose, you know, for me right now, I feel like a rose that is blossoming, because I'm feeling like there is something with this baby that is growing inside of me. She's opening me, you know, and she opened me up to a lot of my pains and sorrows. And she has opened me up to feeling things that I normally wouldn't feel. And it amplified everything that I've been kind of avoiding. And now it was like there was zero chance to walk around. It was like there, and I had to sit with it. I had to feel it. And I feel like that's the biggest initiations we have in our lives, is when there is nowhere to go, but there is in, you know, but like there's no distraction, there's no becoming. It's just like, this is it, this is just there right in front of you. So yeah, this is kind of what I want to transmit today, so thank you.
Thank you, Malvinita. Thank you so much. Thank you. Definitely, you're bringing forth the mother landing through you. Well, so Let's go into an activation. Is everyone ready? So I'm gonna invite you to close your eyes again. To inhale deep into your body, exhale through your mouth. Feel the gravity of the earth in your body, the weight on your body and the ground. Feel your roots in the ground, your connection with your higher self through your crown, feeling this alignment of the earth and the sky. Visualizing, knowing, and sensing a sister in your left, a sister in your right. Allowing yourself to open your inner eye. As Mary Magdalene is placing rose oil in your third eye, so you can open your inner vision, so you can fully know, fully see, fully sense that you are in a sister circle and you can see through your inner vision. And also Mary Magdalene is in the center. Maybe you can see this figure. Maybe you can see the form of a woman with red silk cloths in the center. And little by little, she's defining herself. And you can see the true form of Mary Magdalene. And she is with a candle from the center of the fire of the circle. And she is lighting a candle in front of each one of us. So she's coming in front of you, and from her candle, she's lighting a candle, your candle, in front of you. As you allow yourself to get this candle with your hands, placing your hands facing up, allowing yourself to receive this candle. Inhaling into your body, exhaling through your mouth, and visualizing how you are being offered a sacred flame, allowing yourself to keep and hold this sacred flame of the sacred Christ heart that is being lit for you. As you can place and leave your candle in your seat, Mary Magdalene is taking your hand and she is telling you to come with her. As you follow her, follow her, follow her, she's taking you somewhere where you have no idea, but you are trusting her that she's taking you to the right decision, to the right place. And she's taking you into a temple in Egypt. You're allowing yourself to visualize and know and sense that this is the temple of Isis. And she's making sure that you are comfortable. You can see the pillars around you. You can fully know, fully see, fully sense the frequency of this temple, this high frequency temple. And you allow yourself to ground into this space. You can fully know and sense how the pyramids are really close in this land. And these pyramids are pointing up into the sky, into the Milky Way, visualizing the Milky Way as a golden dragon, allowing yourself to fully see the earth floating, the galaxy. As you allow yourself to fully become one with this Milky Way, visualizing the earth in the spiral of the galaxy. You are sitting in Egypt. You are visualizing the pyramid, and then you are focusing out, 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 and you are seeing Egypt, you are seeing the continents, you are seeing the earth, and all of a sudden you are seeing the earth floating in the universe. And then you are seeing the moon, the sun, other planets, and all of a sudden you keep like zooming out, and you see that you are part of the Milky Way, and you see the spiral, a wide spiral of the Milky Way where you are part of. Allowing yourself to fully know and fully sense that this Milky Way is alive, and allowing yourself to little by little zoom in again. And you're entering again through the temple of Isis, allowing to see how you are in a power place where you are connected in the earth, but you are also connected to the stars. And in this place, Mary Magdalene is allowing you to enter in a circle where you can see, fully sense the four elements, the water, the fire, the wind, the earth, uniting in one and visualizing a golden pillar that is like soaking you in into an etheric temple, the temple of Isis. Visualizing this is a wide temple. The temple of light is a etheric temple, and you are now in the temple of Isis. And visualize how Isis is here. And she's walking with the grace of Mother Earth. She's Mother Earth and the sky and the Milky Way walking through the form of a woman. Allowing yourself to inhale and exhale. Isis places her hand in your heart. Allowing yourself to release any heartache, any pain, any resentment that you carry in your heart from your past, from past relationships, from your family, from people that you know, from people that you don't know. And she's placing her hand in your heart. So this pain is being released out of the field. Any pain, resentment, in any time, space, or dimension, you allow yourself to see the wings of Isis opening the multidimensional reality of the quantum field, where she is allowing you to open your heart and forgive any past resentment from any lifetime out in this moment. Inhaling and exhaling, clearing your heart, inhale into your heart, exhale, and with the grace of the Mother, release and forgive yourself. And in this moment, you allow yourself to open a bit more your heart and visualize how Isis is also drawing a golden door in this room, in this place with her where you are, and she's opening a stargate. And you allow yourself to fully see and visualize a purple tunnel that is taking you all the way to Sirius. And she's inviting you to enter this spaceship where she's in, and you can go all the way into the 0 point quantum field where everything is possible. Allowing yourself to fully go into Sirius, into a quantum field, into a fragment of this space. And through the journey, you are allowing yourself to fully identify yourself with nothing and everything. You have access to everything and nothing at the same time, simultaneously, allowing your all identities to shift away, to fall away of this space. Thank you. Inhaling into your body and exhaling, and allowing different angels, the seraphim angels, to clear your body. And Isis is in front of you. She's recalibrating your chakra system. Visualizing from your root chakra, you can feel and be connected with the earth, where Mary Magdalene is holding the ground with the four elements, and you can feel how you have ascended into a different etheric temple where there is different work that is being happened for you in this now moment. And Isis, she sits in front of you and she breathes with you. And through your breath, you recalibrate your chakra system with hers. Allow your body to recalibrate, visualizing light beings from the seventh plane, angels and archangels, clearing your body, taking out of your body any resistance, limitations out of your field so you can fully let go and forgive yourself. And you can fully see and know how there is light beings that are really honoring you, allowing you to feel loved, how you are remembering that self-love is really important. And there is these beings, these angels that are clearing your body with grace, with her wings, with their wings. And you are allowing yourself to let go of all the lifetimes and timelines where you had to suffer out of this field, allowing this pain to be released. And you are being treated like a goddess, like a sacred woman in this space. Inhaling and exhaling, and visualize how these angel beings are clearing your body, allowing your cellular memory to release any old resentment or pain or grief out of your body that you might carry from thousands upon thousands of years in your body. Inhaling and exhaling, and allow yourself to get lighter as your energy body is recalibrating itself. Allowing yourself to fully open your feeling body into a deeper and a profound feeling. You can feel the frequency, the sensations inside of yourself. Inhaling and exhaling. And Isis is also inviting you to take your clothes out. And you are invited to enter a pool of crystalline waters in this etheric temple. And as you enter the waters, your inner waters, your DNA is recalibrating to activate the divine genome inside of yourself in pure grace and softness, allowing yourself to receive and open the genome of worthiness. Inhaling and exhaling, and allowing yourself to fully receive the touch of the angels and these sacred waters. As also Mother Mary is here and she's clearing your crown chakra, pouring sacred water above you, clearing your etheric body, reclaiming all the parts of your soul that were fragmented in traumatic events back to you. As you can place your hands facing up. Mother Mary, Isis, please clear this energy of these fragmented souls that has been left behind. And you can feel how they are clearing any fragmented energy or soul that has been left behind through many lifetimes. And they are purifying this energy, and they are creating a violet flame. Inhaling and exhaling, you can fully see, fully know, and fully sense how this violet flame contains all the fragments of your soul that you have been lost in many spaces, times, and dimensions. And Isis is placing this violet flame in your womb. And this violet flame, you can visualize how it's clearing the memories of your womb, your feminine lineage, your mother and father line is being cleared with a violet flame, releasing any sufferment out of this field, liberating your ancestors into the light. It is not necessary to carry the burden anymore. And allowing yourself to feel and visualize this violet flame also being lit in the heart. And allow yourself to visualize this violet flame clearing any limitations out of your field, any sufferment, any vow to suffer, any vow to poverty is being released in this now moment. Thank you. Inhaling and exhaling and allowing yourself to feel this violet flame becoming your body. Keep inhaling, keep exhaling. And visualize this violet flame in the 0 point quantum field, clearing all times, spaces, and dimensions. Visualizing this space in the womb of the cosmic mother, where any limitation, any pain, any part of yourself that has been fragmented is coming back to the soul. Visualizing this fire, alchemizing your soul into your highest crystalline essence, clearing anything that doesn't serve you back into the galactic center sun. Thank you. Inhaling and exhaling, visualizing this violet flame clearing you in a DNA level, in a cellular level, releasing karmic contracts and vows to poverty out of this field, out of this field, out of this field. Thank you. Releasing any vows or contracts to suffer in order to thrive out of this field. Thank you. Furia, saya, sikara, sea, oreo, sikira, sia, takea, sia, kara, orea, shia, orea, shia, orea, shia, shekina, shekina, shekina. Visualizing how the dove, the great spirit in the form of a dove, is landing through your crown chakra all the way into your heart, opening its wings. The great spirit opening its wings into your heart. Inhaling and exhaling and visualizing the light of Shekinah landing through your crown into your body. Visualizing this golden light landing through your crown now that your vessel has been cleared. Feeling, visualizing, and knowing that your higher self, with the help of these ascended masters, is activating your body into your golden body. Visualizing this nectar, this honey dropping from your crown all the way like liquid gold into your feet, like you're an empty vessel. Inhaling and exhaling and visualizing your body being filled with golden light. Inhale, exhale, bringing a smile into your face, reclaiming the happiness, the joy, the grace of your being. Visualizing a space and a golden bubble around you. Visualizing the angels and archangels celebrating your golden body to be activated, activated, activated in this now moment. Visualizing yourself as being codified into your golden body, feeling worthy of receiving the golden ray into your cellular level. Inhaling and exhaling, and still visualizing the violet flame in your womb and in your heart, clearing any residue of any past lifetime or your present lifetime, clearing, letting go of anything, any identity that is not serving you any longer, letting die your old identity. Inhaling and exhaling and feeling, knowing and sensing the frequency in a cellular level of your golden body. Maybe you can fully see, fully know, and fully sense the seraphim angels, the dragons flying around you, like in a DNA spiral, creating a spiral, like if you are in the center of the DNA as you are remembering your divine origins. Inhaling and exhaling and visualizing these two dragons being witness. You allow yourself to fully know and receive the golden codes, the golden body inside of your cellular memory. Inhaling and exhaling. And from this space, you are invited to come out of the sacred waters, the sacred pool. And Isis is placing a silk cape around your clean body as you are being anointed to be a sacred woman, a woman that values herself. And you can feel, know, and sense the silk touching your skin, and you can feel, know, and sense the beauty of who you are as you can give yourself a hug, touch your arms with your hug, touch your skin with a smile in your face. And from this space, you are invited again to enter this spaceship from the etheric temples of Sirius and take this tunnel, this violet tunnel, all the way to the etheric temple of Egypt. Allowing yourself to land in the etheric temple of Egypt, remembering the worthiness of who you are as a woman. And from this space, you can fully see, know, and sense Mary Magdalene singing a song in the physical, grounded temple of Isis as you are invited to come back down into your body in the temple of Isis, visualizing Mary Magdalene giving you a red rose, and observe how this red rose is healing you just by holding it. So you remember the essence of who you are. And Mary Magdalene again is taking your hand and bringing you back. You can fully see how you travel, like really like in the silk clothes of Mary Magdalene on her back, like grabbing her hand, and she's taking you back to where you are, placed on the planet Earth, the 31st of January. And allow yourself to fully sense one sister in your left, one sister in your right, and grab the candle that Mary Magdalene has gave you, and allow this candle, elevate this candle all the way to your heart, placing your right and your left hand in your heart, feeling the sacred flame inside of your heart. And you can see, fully see, know and sense one sister in your left, one sister in your right. Maybe you can see members of the Sisterhood of the Rose like Buddha, Jesus, Kuan Yin, Mother Mary, Guadalupe Tonantzin, maybe some plants or spirit animals around you. And Isis and Mary Magdalene in the center, they are bowing to you. As Mary Magdalene is wearing red silk robes and Isis is wearing a golden silk dress. As Mary Magdalene and Isis are closing this space, feel the warmth of the candle lit for yourself in the center of your heart. Visualizing how this space is being closed, giving thanks, putting your hands in your front in a form of prayer, bowing towards yourself, giving thanks to yourself and giving thanks to the ascended masters, especially Mother Mary, Isis, and Mary Magdalene that have held this ceremony, and visualize how the dragon nations and the Two dragons are flying over this prayer, and the angels and the seraphim angels are celebrating in songs around you, fully receiving the codes, the angelical codes into your energy field of your golden body. And feeling, knowing, and sensing how Mary Magdalene and Isis are sealing this space, your energetical field with this transmission, and closing this space. Thank you. As this space, this ceremonial space is being closed in all times, spaces, and dimensions, you can remind with your eyes closed, feeling the inhale of your breath and the exhale of your breath. Inhale and exhale, and feel the frequency of your feeling body, the sensations of your body. The grace of your breath, bringing a smile into your face. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes. And maybe you can feel, know, and sense how this activation of the violet flame is still working in you. And from this space, I'm giving, see the ceremonies already closed. Thank you. The landing, so maybe you feel this Sisterhood of the Rose. Maybe you feel like shaking inside of yourself. That's normal. And I'm gonna invite you all to have like to drink some water during the day today, and to allow this information to sink in. Thank you, Lisa. So beautiful. So the activation is being done. So like allow yourself to stay in your body for the rest of the call, you know, just to stay in your feeling body. And yes, Malvina, maybe you want to start bringing this circle into a closure, and then we can share of what Munai, what is open in Munai at this moment, and then I can share also what is that we are doing in Awoken Woman.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I invite you all to continue to connect with your breath. Breathing gratitude and inhaling deeply and exhaling, letting go. Just sensing the profound space, the spaciousness inside of you that has been created in this moment, for everything that has been liberated, giving thanks. I'm feeling just excitement of what is coming your way. The curiosity, the innocence, the excitement of all the miracles and blessings that are awaiting you from this space. Just inviting the new energy to come in, to fill you up. To nourish you, to give you a sense of connection to all there is. And just for a moment, visualizing all of your sisters in this space, everyone's presence that is here. And feeling this connection that you have to the greater sisterhood, to the invisible sisterhood of the lineage of the rose, and to all the sisters that are a part of this lineage. And just feeling how this circle of women are holding hands, and we are growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And now all the sisters of the lineage of the rose is holding hands. And feeling this force, this strength between all of us, this bond that exists within each and every one of us that connects us more deeply to each other. And just feeling this bond being strengthened between each and every one of us, like the petals of the rose, each one of us. And we are together blossoming even more as a sisterhood. And as we are growing and blossoming into this world, we are transforming the world into love, into light, into miracles, into infinite blessings that can shower upon each and every one. And just feeling this connection, like each sister is a petal of the rose. And it's together that we can blossom. It's together that we can rise. And just feeling this strength and this bond is nourishing you from deep within, giving you courage to continue forward with your path, with your individual path, but knowing that your sisters got your back, that you are not alone, that you came here with so many other beautiful souls. You came here with so much reinforcement, so many guides, so many masters that have walked before you. So giving thanks to all of that for existing, for supporting you, for helping you. We give thanks together for the invisible realms that came here to be present with us today, for all the transmissions that we receive, for all the calls that we received here today. We're giving thanks to the great creator, the great creatress, the divine mother, the divine father, the sun, the moon, for shining its beautiful light and presence upon us today. We're giving thanks to the ever-giving life, the eternal flame of love, for shining brighter than ever to illuminate the darkness and to transform each and every one of us into our full potential. We're giving thanks for the journey ahead of us, behind us, for all that we are given, for all that we will be given. We give thanks. So be it, and so it is. Aho.
Thank
So
you,
with
my
this,
dear.
thank you, Sandra. So beautiful. Ah, I feel reborn. Yeah, it's beautiful. So as we're coming to a closure, it's always I find it so beautiful to offer something also into the space of my own gifts and creations. And I'm an artist, and I feel like, you know, a painter, and that is painting a white canvas constantly. And I feel like my gift in life is my creativity, my creative force, and my talent is to enhance, to to bring forth the symbols of life that I see that can help and reinforce us and remind us of our path. And sometimes it's like there's the symbols, especially what we experienced in the meditation, that represents kind of represents the keys of life in a way. And there's certain objects that can attract wealth and can attract good energy, good fortune, protection, visualization, and you can always, you know, charge, you know, and for me, jewelries and clothes have always been a way to enhance that in myself, to adore my goddess. And you know, I'm a Libra in ascendant, so lately I've been like even more embracing this beauty of adoring myself and taking good care of myself and putting good fabrics and silks and jewelries. So I wanted to also offer, I made a very special, now I'm wearing actually my Egyptian collection. I don't know if you can see, but I'm wearing my beautiful Ankh earrings, and I'm wearing this beautiful Isis necklace that I made in honor for Isis. After I went to Egypt, I got very inspired after being in the Isis temple, and I draw this beautiful goddess as a representation of her. So we got the transmission from Isis, and yeah, I always felt very connected to this goddess and everything that she represents, and especially around sovereignty and claiming your sovereignty, claiming your power, claiming your courage that we were speaking about today. And she's pretty fierce. She's pretty straightforward. And I feel like I made her with these open wings that are kind of receiving the energy of the universe. And the wings, it's such a beautiful metaphor, because I believe that, you know, the heart has wings and our hands is our extension of our heart. So she's holding this up and receiving. So this is a beautiful necklace about receptivity and of course gold. I made a combination of gold and silver. So underneath is pure sterling silver, and then it's 3 layers gold plating on top. So the gold and the silver is kind of like the moon and the sun, the divine alchemy between the masculine and the feminine. And I feel like there is a meeting, because the silver actually, when it's underneath gold, it absorbs it. So it makes the gold stay. So it's beautiful, because I really feel like once we become golden through becoming more and more feminine, we receive this, like Sandra was saying, this golden, we're being dipped in gold. And this is a sort of protection as well from the sun energy. Once we start to receive this sun energy through standing in our feminine power, I feel we receive this blessing of gold. So I dipped her in gold. And I have many beautiful Isis inspired jewelries. I'm also wearing one of this one. It's with wings and 2 citrines. And so if you go on my website, I have so many beautiful inspired jewelries from Inanna and Venus, and all of this is very much for enhancing the feminine beauty. And I'm doing a special offer to you today on the Isis necklace. So yeah, just wanted to share that. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. So Malvina, like, what kind of discount there is in this? What kind of offer there is in the Isis necklace?
I think it's 20% discount on the necklace, and we ship worldwide from the United States. So it's a quite fast shipping as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because some sisters are saying if you can share the link here, or well, in the replay we'll share the codes and everything that you have, no? They can check your art.
Yeah. Yeah, we can send out also a letter to everyone that joined to get the
Okay.
special discount and everything. Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. Thank you. Well, so I want to share in Awoken Woman a mystery school. Um, Thank you. In Awoken Woman, we are embarking into quantum abundance. Okay, so quantum abundance is an 8-week journey. Basically, maybe Lily can share. Can you share with us, Lily, here the link so we can check? Because basically, like, we are embarking a similar journey. Ours is a bit more of a transformational 8-week journey where we are going to be like doing like healing work and decoding, so we can embrace abundance and prosperity. So Lily is sharing here in the chat the link of Awoken Woman, which is Quantum Abundance Journey. This is an 8-week journey where I am putting together all my life teachings condensed into 8 weeks. And we have created this method where we are going through the medicine wheel from like the air, like resetting all our belief system, with the hands of Hathor. And then we are moving into the fire gate, which is basically igniting the passion, and also hand by hand with Isis activations. Then we are moving into the waters, doing biodecoding and emotional decoding in order to clear the memories we have carried from our ancestors, and with Magdalene activations. And then we are moving into embodied abundance with Green Tara teachings. So basically, in Awoken Woman, we are reclaiming abundance, prosperity, and wealth. And this is an 8-week journey where we are going to stay 2 weeks in each gate, and we are working also with the cosmology of the Sisterhood of the Rose, which, as a high priestess of the Magdalenes, is one of my passions. So we are uniting quantum physics and biodecoding with feminine wisdom and priestess temple arts to awaken and wealth and prosperity in our lives. So this is an 8-week journey. And for the people that really want to join us, like, you can always text me in private. We can do like a 20-minute exploration call if you want to share with me if you have been finding yourself in a place where you feel stuck or stagnant, or that the money is not flowing into your life, or for some reason you make abundance but then it goes, you are learning how to hold it. So I've seen that this pattern is a pattern that requires some like readjustments in a cellular level. And I am a professional biodecoder and a abundance priestess. So I am sharing this, and we are doing something really special for the women that really want to join from this activation, from this Sisterhood of the Rose. We are also adding two beautiful programs. One is called Roots, which is healing family loyalties. Your maternal will be healing the maternal and a father line in order to break with family loyalties, because sometimes we want to be in a point, but there is like something that is like keeping us stuck. So we are adding Roots for that for free. And then we are also adding the money codes, which is 21 days to create a healthy relationship with money. Okay, so basically, if you want to enter and if you want to join the Abundance Codes 8-week journey, I've been pregnant for this program for 2 years. And I had the birth this January. So basically, I'm like a prenatal, that's how you call it, with my energetical baby. And I am uniting everything I've learned from 15 years traveling with different traditions and like quantum physics. I'm putting everything in order to help and support women to live an abundant and prosperous and wealthy life. And it's going to be a journey, so it requires some commitments. And my commitment, we are having 12 live calls. I think we have Alex here. We have some sisters from that are in the program already. But we are going to amplify the two modules, the two programs, which are Roots and the Money Codes, for free if you want to join us. Okay, so basically I am uniting 18 years of experience and teachings and like me rewiring myself to be where I am. And I am committing myself to support your journey into abundance and prosperity. And if you are committing yourself and you are ready to show up for yourself and you are in a place where you want to release stagnancy and you want to liberate any pattern of scarcity and step into the next version of yourself, into the next way of leadership, and you want to learn these skills and you want to allow yourself to open yourself to that, we'll be doing this 8-week journey. Okay. So we are basically starting the 2nd of February, which is really, really soon. We have started already with some sisters in the program Roots, but you can come and join us. We are pouring all our teachings of Awoken Woman in here. And basically, it's really affordable. You can check in the link if you want to join us. I think it's $152 a month for 4 months, or one payment of $530 if you want to do it in one payment. But basically, the entire bonus, the money codes, it costs basically the 2 modules we are giving for free. It has the value of the entire program of the 8 weeks. It's like it's really a gift. And because we are entering this year of the dragon, 2024, 2 plus 2 plus 4 is 8, and it's the year of abundance. And I am in a moment where I'm in gratitude of where life has taken me. I am being super generous here, also offering this. And if you want to unite spirituality and abundance, these are 2 forces that we are uniting together in Awoken Woman. And you can join us if you feel like it. We have also created a Telegram group. Maybe, Lily, you want to share the Telegram group? We have a Telegram group about the Sisterhood of the Rose. Okay. So Moonai has this conscious jewelry that is super beautiful that we support so much. And then in Awoken Woman, we are doing all these transformational journeys, which are like an in-depth process of transformation using quantum physics, biohacking, biodecoding, and temple arts to embody also what we need to embody from a cellular level. And then Lily is our angel that is supporting us here, and she's just sharing the link with the Telegram group. And in this Telegram group, we'll be also sharing any event that we do about the rose or any ascended master or anything related with the rose, So we are going to keep opening, doing prayers like this and this co-creation with Moonai. So it's good that we have our newsletter, how we connect, but I am more active in Telegram. So we have that group for any support, or if you want to text me in private or something, you have any questions, or you want to know a bit more about this lineage, or if this is for you or not, you can always connect us right here. And yeah, that's for us, for Malvina and I, it's an honor to open a conscious sisterhood where we can unite no matter where we are, and we can open these prayers. And we truly believe that the co-creation between women is the way forward, and we want to be also the example for it, each one in their own authentic code, in their own art. But basically, this is an invitation to be in touch and to know that we are leaders, feminine leaders, and artists, and singers, and medicine women, and that we are embodying so much more, because we also do physical retreats, and we always connect in some point in Mexico or Europe. It's our community is also, and our family is growing, and this is an invitation for you to lean in into this sisterhood and to know that we are real women with all our human feelings about it, making our lives the best we can, our families, and this is a place for all of us to remember and to celebrate each other. And with that, maybe we can open if there is any question or you have any doubt, you want to ask something about the Sisterhood of the Rose, or what Moonai has to offer, or what is a woken woman. Please bring your voice into the space. Like, you can also raise your hand or tap into the chat. So if you have any question, we are now here live and we can support you in any way. So if there is any questions, if there is not any questions, I'm gonna assume that we are super good communicators and that all the information landed perfectly where it needed to land. Okay, so with that, I guess we are gonna close the recording, Lily.